Hello everybody and welcome back again. My name is Snake Steven. As always, welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Let's continue this weird adventure with Emmy and Rin. Let's do this. It bubbles out of her, starting in her belly and working its way up her throat. I can't help but laugh myself. It's infectious. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty unhappy with the salaryman idea. But, to be honest, I haven't given it much thought to the future recently. I suppose that these days I've been more concentrating with living one day at a time. Emmy considers this for a moment and grins. That's a pretty good idea, Hisao. I just wrote down pirate. Wow, pirate. Arr. I'm momentarily stunned. Then I start laughing. I can't stop myself, and I manage to gasp out a question. You're not actually serious, are you? Emmy looks offended. Well, I've got the legs for it already, so I kind of figured. Even Rin seems amused by this. Just you wait. I'll be the terror of the high seas. I'll show you all. Arr. Oh god. I've even been working on my pirate voice. Uh-oh. She suddenly springs up and begins wagging up and down the rooftop shouting orders. Arr, hear me hearties. Give me a broadside with the long guns. I'll wear this. We'll wear the girts for garters. Don't even know what that means. Rin's unexpected interruption stops Emmy in her tracks. Not really. But it's all in the delivery. Ringing of the bells prevent her from demonstrating her point further. Oh, but I was enjoying that little weird... I don't know. Let's carry on. Emmy dashes off immediately, leaving Rin and myself alone on the roof. Rin stares at me intently for a few moments. Is there something wrong? Rin considers this question closely for a moment. After a lengthy pause, she shakes her head. Nope. Why the staring then? Rin shakes her head again. Nope. I don't get it. Get what? The starting thing. You two seem to... But I don't. Great. She saw me staring. Now she probably thinks I'm a pervert or something. Actually, probably not. This is Rin we're talking about, after all. Still, I feel the need to defend myself. I wasn't staring. I was just tired. Rin actually snorts at this, though she doesn't say anything. No, really. I was just distracted, is all. Eager to end this conversation, I head back down to class. Oh god. I'm greeted by the twin spectres of Shinchuna Mista, looking like they mean business. Well, Shinatun looks like she means business anyway. Mista just looks like she's about to start laughing at any minute. Up on the roof again, Hichan. You know that's dangerous, don't you? That's right. The school can't be held responsible for any injury that comes from being up there, you know. So. Furthermore, we could report you for breaking the rules. Misha leans in and whispers conspiracy. But we won't, Hichan. You three are too cute together. She straightens up again, laughing at my sudden blush. Mwahaha! You're too easy to tease, Hichan. Hey, come on. I'm still new here. Sort of. Isn't it mean to pick on the newcomer like this? Nope. It's to help you get accustomed to your new surroundings. I see. Well, do you have to be over serious about everything about it? Yep. Ah, that aside, Hichan. We were looking for you this morning, but you weren't in your room. Of course I wasn't. I was out for my morning exercise, or here in class, bright and early. Unlike you. Shinitun looks peeled. And a beat later, so does Mishita. Or she tries to. At any rate. That's because of student council business. Ah, calls. Go away. You should be grateful that we work so hard for you. Oh, I am. So what do you need me for? Not another attempt to rope me into their dirty work, I hope. We had to give you something, but since you weren't around, we dropped it off in your room. Something? Like what? Oh, you'll find out when you get back, Hichan. Michito, entering the room, ends our conversation, and we all head to our seats. It's only after I settle down at my desk and the teacher starts talking about something or another that something odd strikes me. What did Rin mean? You two seem to... Was Emmy staring at something too? For a brief moment I considered the possibility that Emmy was staring at me, the way I was staring at her. Of course, it's ridiculous. Still, I can't deny that I wouldn't mind if it were true. But it's best not to think of that. No need to get my hopes up. Come to think of it, when did I start having hopes like that anyway? I shake my head in an attempt to clear it, and focus on the lesson. After class, I make my way to my room. Mishito really piled on the homework today. Oh god. Before I can open my door, however, I suddenly interrupted by Kenji, who just exploded out of his room in a fury of papers. Hey, we need to talk. These rooftop shenanigans of yours, man. They've gotta stop. What? You're running around on the rooftop with the limbless one, Taras. They're women, man. You're gonna get yourself killed running around like that. I don't follow. Kenji sighs and adjusts his glasses before what could be understood as an attempt to explaining himself patiently. Look, we're friends, so I'm telling you this for your own good. But if I were going to kill someone, I would do it by throwing them off the roof and making it look like an accident. Wow. You're a bit dark, Kenji. Jeez. And if I thought of it, you can be sure that they would thought of it too. They're crafty. Almost as crafty as I am. I see. Good. I'm glad we had this chat. Loan me 50 yen. No, 500 yen. I'm sorry? I need to get a drink, man. I've been inside all day, and the tap water's been compested, as I'm sure you know. So I need to stock up on something canned, got it? But to do that, I need 500 yen. And since I just saved your life from timely advice, you can at least spare me 500 yen. You know, if it is to make him go away, 500 yen is a bargain. I hand the money over to Kenji, who nods to thank and dashes down the hallway, but not before he locks his door. What an exhausting person. I'd better go, in case he changes his mind. As I close the door, my heel taps against something laying on the floor. It's a brightly coloured rectangle of paper. This must be the something Misha mentioned before. Probably a student council leaflet she slid under the door. However, when I pick it up, I find that I couldn't have been more wrong. Someone actually wrote me an old-fashioned handwritten paper letter. Who bothers doing something like this in this day and age? Anyway, yet as unlikely as the profit of receiving one sounds, this is definitely a letter I have in my hands. I was planning on finishing my homework, getting some dinner, and going to bed in order to be ready for tomorrow's morning run. However, the letter naturally catches my interest, I sit down at my desk to examine it properly. It's the first piece of mail I received here at Yakumo, so it feels special, even if wasn't something as rare as a handwritten letter. What causes me even more is the name of the sender, written neatly on the back of the envelope. Iwanko. I'll do that, Iwanko. I have no idea why she would write to me. I haven't been in contact with anyone from my old school since I transferred. Oh! Yes, of course. It was the person from the beginning of the story, the one who asked the guy out. Ah. I remember the name now. Iwanko. It's the last person I'd expect to want to write me a letter. The last time I saw her was awkward. Embarrassingly so. She came to my hospital room, peeled me an apple out of curiosity, and then partially sat in silence for half an hour. She said goodbye and didn't look me in the eye when she closed the door. It might have been a natural end to the series of visits that were probably pretty painful for both of us. Every time she visited me in the hospital, I wanted to talk to her, but something stopped me every time. Every time that I didn't speak made the next time even harder. She looked so guilty that I didn't want to say anything that might upset her, and I never could figure out the right words to say. I think I should blame myself for my heart attack. That's ridiculous, of course, but knowing it and believing it are two very different things. I told her that it wasn't her fault. She nodded, and I think she understood that if it hadn't been that, then sooner or later something else would have made my heart give way would have been a better thing, but sounds cooler. Anyway, yet she looked so hopelessly sad every time she opened that door and entered my room. So I never managed to say the things I wanted to say. In the end, that might have hurt her even more. Carefully I opened the envelope and drew out the folded letter from within. Dear Hisao, how are you? I hope you are well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second year classes got put together in class 3-1 for the final year, so we are pretty comfortable right now from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned this class as well. The mood among the third years seems to be very anxious about the final exams. Even though they are so far away, the teachers that are there, no, full stop, god damn it. The teachers are arguing about it all the time. Even old Mr. Takachi Banker, I think, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year. Would you believe it? I was sure that he would retire after our second year, but here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among the third years is so nervous. I must admit it that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I always feared reasonably well in exams. Is it so weird to think that we're already seniors, isn't it? Time has really flown past. I wonder where it went. The first years seemed so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I would have been feeling nostalgic like this for a while, for a whole first semester. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that, and I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. Yeah, I think I've had quite enough of this. I crumble up the sheet of paper and toss it across the room. My aim is off, so the letter rolls under my neighbour's nightstand instead of going into my wastebasket. That was an apology for abandoning me, except I don't know how I really need it in anymore. At this point, the hospital seems like a lifetime ago. And here, now, I've got other things on my mind. Emmy for starters. It wasn't to be abandoned during my stay, but it's not something I'm worried about anymore. In fact, I hadn't even thought about the hospital in what feels like forever, until this letter came in. It's almost annoying to have received it. I've got exams to study for, myself. I have no time for the past. Now about that homework. Wow, he is so nice to his past, to the people who once knew him. That's horrible. God damn it, you couldn't just read the letter, could you? I wanted to know what was going on. But I'm going to end today's episode right there. I thought that was a brilliant time to end it. So if you guys have all enjoyed today's episode, do all the normal YouTubey stuff. Leave the likes, commenting, and subscribes if you so desire. And yeah, if you guys have enjoyed today's episode, as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, everyone,